Welcome to ScriptWave. In our previous lectures, we discussed about set. In today's lecture, we'll be covering dictionary. Without any further ado, let's see a quick agenda for this lecture. Here, we'll start with introduction to the dictionary. Then we'll see the crude operations on dictionary, that is create, read, update and delete. We'll see more operations that are related to dictionary. Then we finally execute the code. Let's start with introduction to the dictionary. Dictionary. The word dictionary means we have key value pair. How we have words in dictionary? We have a word and its meaning. We have a word and its meaning. Similar to that, here also in dictionary we have key value pairs. Let's see the definition. Dictionary is a collection of key value pairs. We have seen each key should be unique and maps to a value. So every time the key should be unique and should match to a value. Values can be duplicated. Key should always be unique. Remember this one. Dictionaries are mutable. That means we can make the changes, meaning they can be modified after creation. So we can add or remove after creating the dictionary. Created using curly braces. So we can use directly using the curly braces. Keys must be unique and immutable. So we cannot make any changes to the keys once created. The keys can be strings, can be numbers and tuples. So we have these data types allowed. How can we create a dictionary? So we have a simple dictionary here. Name, that is John. So name is the key. Age is the key. Value is 25. City is the key. New York is the value. So here we have the key value pair. Or else we can just define student is equal to dict of name and age. So this returns student. And similar to list and tuple, we can also access using the key. So if you want to access John, we can just say dictionary of name. So here we got the output as John. Similarly, age is mydict.getAge. So here this is directly using the indexing type of syntax. Here we are using .get operation where we are returning the value at that particular key. Let's move forward. The crude operations on dictionary. So here we start with creation. So how can we create? We have my dictionary as an empty dictionary here. Then we are adding key values. So my dictionary of A, this is key and this is value, B, C. So we got the output as dictionary. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. We can access using mydict of A should return us 1. It should be always a string if it is a string. Read. So we are reading. How can we read? We can just say my dictionary of A. We are getting the output as 1 because 1 holds the value. A holds the value of 1 inside that key. Update, we can update using A of, so here we are just updating. So from 1 to 10. So we have the value updated. Then we have delete. So how we can delete? My dictionary. So del my dictionary of A. So this deletes the whole key value pair. Similar to pop and remove. Here we are removing the whole set. It won't remove only key or value. It removes both key and value pair. Let's move further and understand more such functions, and we'll quickly move to the coding as well to avoid much interpretation only on theory. So we have all these operations. Let's try to create everything using the code and we'll look at each one by one, and let's move to PyCharm. So I'm in PyCharm and I'll create a new Python file 04.2 dictionary. So how can we create a dictionary? DIC, we cannot say DICT because dict stands for the keyword. We can just add flower braces, print type of dict, small letter, Python is case sensitive. So we got dictionary. Let's see. So we got an empty dictionary and the class as dictionary. Now we can create or just declare dict. Comment this out and I'll just declare name. Name is equal to 1. Make sure that's a string. Let me add my name. Reno. Age is 20. Let's keep it. And then maybe let's say subject. Let's not do subject. Let's add marks. So marks is a string again. My bad. I'm just forgetting to add string. Marks of 6 subjects. 90, 70, 90, 98, 74, 80. So these are 6 subject marks I got. Let's consider. So here I'm just trying to show you that we can add any data type here. Now question, can I add a dictionary inside a dictionary? Yes, that's also allowed. You can add each marks as well and you can specify based on that. Now let's quickly print the type. So we have the same type. Let's, yeah, got it. How can we access marks? So we can just access print marks and run it. So we got the marks. How can we find the sum? We can find the sum using the sum operator from the list. Because dict of marks is returning a list, we are doing operation on list. So we got 502 is my total out of 600. We can find the minimum as well, similar to what we have done here. Min of marks. So we got marks minimum as 70. So we got 70 marks as minimum. Similarly, let's do it for max. We got the maximum marks as 98. So this is the way how we can define more data types inside this. Now let's move further and start doing the CRUD operations. So let's create one more entity. Maybe my number will be added. Dict of my number we are creating now is equal to 630264309 and print dict of number and dictionary as well. Let's print the dictionary. I'll cut it and paste it here and execute. We got Venu, marks and my number as well printed. It more precisely should be a string instead of an integer. So we got the number. This is how we can create and we can read using this one, and we can also read one more operator using dict.get marks more on a methods type of approach. So how we got the marks? So we got the marks something like this using .get operator. We have done with create, read, update, and now let's see delete. Now I want to delete my number, delete number. So dict of number, save it and run it. So we got the number deleted. Previously we have it. Let's see a quick difference. Let's do it as before after so that we can see the difference of how things are changing before and after. So save it and execute it. So we got before we have name, after we don't have name. This is how we can create and do the operations. Let's move further. So I'll keep it as CRUD operation section so that you can revisit it again. CRUD operations. Now let's see more operations. So first let me declare a dictionary. D, simple one. A stands with value 1, B stands with value 2, C stands with value, etc. To get all the keys, we can print d.keys is the function. This returns us the keys. And I prefer converting it to a list. Remember, we can convert list to tuple and tuple to list as well. So here we got a sequence. We are converting this sequence into a list. Now let's print it. So we got the output. Let's quickly avoid this one, add one. Yeah, my bad. This is clean now. So we got A, B, C, D, E. Similarly, we have keys. Let's print values. It gives the values as well inside a list. Then we have the items. So let's see what all items that we have. So print list.items, save it and run it. So we got all as a collection. Inside this, what we can do, we can still iterate using 0. So what is 0? We got this one. And inside this one, what is the 0th element? 0th element will be A because it's tuple. So this is how we can do the iterations using the items value. Then we have the dot get. So we already seen it. Print dot get. What is the element we want? Maybe let's see what is the value of D. Let's print it. Okay, list is something we don't want here because it's not list. It's just a single entity. So let's save it and run it. We got 4. What is that D? That is 4. Then we have update. So we can just update. Let's see. Print. Let's not print. Let's do the operation. Let's edit as update. E as 6. Let's see if this works. It should be a dictionary because we are updating it. Updating works only on collections. So we got something error. Let's quickly fix it. So we got the proper syntax. Let's see print D. What is the output? So we got the output with E got updated. So this is how we can add elements using the update. What happens if we add more? Let's see. F is 7. So let's save it. So this will add more elements at once if you want to add. Then we have the pop. So we can remove the value pop. So let's quickly print a.pop E and let's print D again just to see the difference after popping A. So we can see E got removed and we got 6 because it's returning the value that is corresponding to E index. Here we can't call it as index, it's key, but it works similar to the index. Then we have the pop item, which removes the last inserted value. So let's see, print pop item. What is the last inserted value? That should be 7. Let's quickly print the updated D at the bottom. Let's quickly save it and run it. So we can see we got the last updated 7 removed and 6 is already removed with the pop item. Then we have clear, and finally this is important to understand. Print d dot clear, print D and save it. So we got empty. This help us in clearing the complete dictionary. So this is the story of dictionary. See you in the next lecture. Thank you so much. Have a great day.